Today we will study about the hyperbolic cooling tower or a basic function of the cooling tower in the steam power plant or thermal power plant. Because we know that the cooling towers are used to cool the water which is coming out from the condenser, which ultimately cool or change the phase of the steam to the uh, water. That is a actual cycle, Rankine cycle of the steam power plant. So the water which is coming out from the condenser is required to cool because of the recirculation purpose. So and that cooling is happen in the cooling tower. So it is important for the cooling tower. So we will study about today's is hyperbolic cooling tower. It comes under the natural circulation cooling tower. Means the circulation of the water and air is naturally. We are not requiring any external force for the circulation purpose. So it is a natural draft reinforced concrete tower designed by the Professor Van Itesen of Dutch state and installed at Emma College in 1916. Means first hyperbolic cooling tower is installed in 1916 at College. So this is a basic construction, and these hyperbolic cooling towers are widely used in Europe. First unit is installed in USA, and it can capacity of handling the 120 into 10 to 3 gpm and cool the water. The temperature decreasing the temperature is of from 43 to 30 degree. So it has minimum diameter, and these are the standard terms. Maximum diameter 74.5 meter, 400 meter is height. It serves the station 265 megawatt capacity. Another notable cooling tower of this type is Grand Remingen, 160-meter high, 135-meter point two bottom, and the 82-meter top diameter established in 1978. So these are the historical parts or standard parts of the hyperbolic cooling tower. So now we will study about the basic what are the arrangements for the hyperbolic cooling tower. So the arrangement is given in the figure. This is a figure of the hyperbolic cooling tower. It is a steel reinforced concrete structure, mostly slab, empty space, and the bottom of is 10-meter above the air intake, contains packing over which warm water flows. Means stacked packings are there 10-meter above, from where above which from this stack the warm water which is coming out from the condenser is flows to the downward direction, means naturally. So the shape of the stack is circular in plane and hyperbolic in profile. Means the profile shape of these packing stacks is hyperbolic. So there is called as a hyperbolic tower. So the operation of this tower is much like that of the another natural draft spray cooling towers, hot water cascading over timber splash flash type, filling through which cool air moves. Means from the outside direction in a lower one, the air is moving in and the water is splashes sprinkles above the particular height over the packing stacks, where water is coming in downward direction and air is moving outward direction. So counter flow heat exchanger, direct contact type of heat exchange happens here, and the cooling water which is coming out after the cooling is collected at the bottom, and that then it is recirculated to the our condenser. So any cooling tower breaks the warm water into spray or a film of water and exposes to the flow of the air. Some of heat of water is directly transferred to the air of steam, and some of water is evaporates, providing significant cooling effect. Then the moist warm air goes to the atmosphere, and the cool water is collected and returned to the power plant. Means the moist or warm air which is getting heat from the water, getting temperature from the water due to the heat exchange, is going related to the atmosphere by top most direction of the cooling tower, and the water which is collected at bottom, that it is recirculated to the condenser. So the air as a natural tower, there is a no fan to create the flow of air and hyperbolic cooling tower. Because it is a natural circulation, no fan is needed, no fan is required for the cooling circulation. So this happens, the flow of air is happens due to the chimney action. that is flow is created by the density difference between the atmospheric air and the air inside the tower, means which is air coming inside the tower, there will be the difference between the atmospheric and inside the tower air, which has been warmed by the hot circulating air. Means warming of the air is happen here because we are taking the temperature from the cooling water. Yes, sprinkle water. Higher the RH of the air, it contains more water vapor which is lighter than the air, and net density of the high humidity air becomes lower than that of the surrounding air. With the high humidity air, if there is high humidity air, there is density is lower than that of the normal atmospheric air, and this difference provide necessary pressure head to creating the flow, and this difference is provided to the flow to the outside air. So the difference in density is considerably small, so that height of the cooling tower required to create positive flow. But this density difference should be very low, and air is considerable large compared with the mechanical tower. So these are the terms related to the effective force H W O minus W I, that is W and W I are the weight densities of in outside, O is outside and I is the inside water, and H is the height of the tower, which is near about between 100 to 200 meter. So the sum of the advantages of this hyperbolic cooling tower is given here, as it is have the cooling capacity comparable with that of the multi-cell installation of induced draft cooling towers, and they also require considerable less ground area. Since no fans are needed, power cost and auxiliary equipments are eliminated, and therefore operating and maintenance costs are consequently reduced. It gives more or less trouble-free operation. Means if there is a as we know that there is no fan, so the maintenance of the fan and operation cost and all the power requirement for running the fan are reduced. So hyperbolic tower's chimney shape creates its own draft, assuring efficient operation even when there is no wind. This is another advantage of that hyperbolic tower, cooling tower. So the ground forging and warm air recirculation, which is are often facing problem with mechanical draft installation, are also provided in hyperbolic tower. So these are all some of the advantages of the this cooling tower. So this is all about your natural circulation type of cooling tower, which is used in steam power plant, generally steam power plant of 375 more than 375 megawatt capacity of height, generally used in 100 to 200 meters, and natural drop. Thank you.